Okay, we've finished our smiley face zipper, and now in this video what I want to do is just talk a little bit about the terminologies that we used in the previous videos, and we also want to talk a little bit about what you would do next, and some more things. Well, right now I want to talk about the slider. We used in this smiley face video that we showed earlier a single slider with a single puller, which means that it can only be pulled from the inside of your enclosure. This is the outside over here, and this is the inside. Now, if you want to pull from both the inside and the outside, then you would need a double pull slider. And I don't have a double pull slider at this time, but obviously it would have another puller here so that you could grab it from the one side. There is a disadvantage, in my opinion, to the double pull slider, and that is that all of this material, can you get a close-up of that, Janet? All this material that we have on this side, that slider would have, that puller would have to work its way around all that material, which is sometimes cumbersome. So what a lot of people are doing now is just using the single slider, and they're basically just rolling their windows up or down, by using the going on the inside of the enclosure. Okay, now we also talked a little bit about facing in the previous videos, and some of you may not know what facing is, and I want to elaborate a little bit on that and talk a little bit about what we do with the facing. Obviously, put the smiley face zippers in first before you do the facing. The facing, what I mean by that, is basically just the finishing of the curves and the edges. So if this were my top here, and this is a Stamoid 2-inch facing that already comes pre-made, you would just take this and put double-sided tape on it, and then adhere it into position, and then sew here and sew here with a straight stitch. And if you would like, and it's probably a wise idea, you would use the facing as well on the back side. So you'd actually double-side tape it to both the front and the back, and then sew it once. Okay, so we would use a whole thing that. On the sides, if you want a 2-inch facing, then again you would put a facing here on the side like this, and then on the other side as well with double-sided tape, and then sew down the edges. However, you can take a 2-inch facing and you can fold it in half, pre-fold it before you baste it in place, and then baste it in place, and then you'd have a smaller edging here. Now, there are a lot of people that will take a window and put a zipper in, and we're going to have a video showing you exactly how to put a hidden zipper in for your enclosures in a future video, but we don't have it yet, so that's one of the next things I have to work on. Alright, we've talked about the Stamoid facing, which goes around the perimeter of your window. You can get the Stamoid in a lot of different colors. In our catalog, you'll see the colors you can get it in. Now, that's a vinyl. If you're interested in getting some Sombrella facing, at this time we don't really have any Sombrella facing that is actually pre-made to a 2-inch size or even more. So now, hey, if you're interested in having that done, you should call up my brother, Matt Grant, and pester him about it, because he said if he gets a lot of calls about people requesting 2-inch facing made out of Sombrella, he'll get it made and start supplying it. At this time, what you need to do, more than likely, is either make it yourself or purchase the 2-inch binding tape maker, and you can use this and actually pull the binding through, and it will fold it for you. Now, you do have to crease these sides as you're going, or you could put double-sided tape down as you're pulling it through here, and this will make a 2-inch facing quite nicely. It's a little bit more work than a prefabricated facing, but you're probably not going to put much facing on your enclosure windows. You're not going to do hundreds and hundreds of feet. You're probably just going to do up to 50 foot, and that's it. So this is a good consideration. We're going to have a video on how to use this very shortly on the web, so look up the 2-inch tape maker if you like for future reference, and you can use that to make your facing. Thanks again.